Hello, my beautiful friends. Tara here with the Style Signature, and I am in my mobile office. And today's title is how you showing up costing you money? And so I just had a wonderful meeting with a prospective client, and that's certainly a place that we all like to be. Whether you are an entrepreneur or you work for a company, having a hot lead or a prospect is so like the best place that you want to be, other than actually booking that client, right? And you know, my experience was this client and I she'd found me on my website, and we had some interaction via emails and a quick phone call, and then she was really interested in my services, and the next step was me meeting with her. And I knew that if I didn't step up to the plate and show up in the best space to meet with her, it would probably cost me the actual booking. And so I wonder, when you go to meet a prospective client, what is your mindset when you show up? Are you just throwing it all together, walking in the door, showing up, handing them a card, or are you really putting in some thought, effort, and creating the right mindset, mood, appearance when you walk in to meet that client? Are you thinking through the process of who is my ideal client, and what about me is going to make them want to work with me? Are you putting together your image head to toe? And I'm not just talking about wardrobe, but I'm also talking about your language, your behavior, the complete way that you show up when you go to meet a client. Are you thinking through that process and really figuring out what your values are, how you want to be perceived, so that your ideal client wants to work with you and not someone else? So what I always do is I often think about what is really important to me in my business and how I'm representing it, and what is important to the client. My ideal client has a certain mindset of the type of person that he or she wants to work with. And I think about that when I get dressed in the morning before I go meet the client. I think about that right before I walk into the room, and I put my shoulders back, and I'm neat and I'm organized, and I have my mindset ready to meet with that client so that I can connect with them. Because as this old saying goes, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So I ask you, how you're showing up, is that costing you money? Are you really putting through the thought and effort to make that connection with your appearance? Does it connect with your ideal client? So what I challenge you to do is a value of image lesson that I have my clients do. And underneath this video, I ask that you put down 5 descriptive words of how you like to be perceived and how you think your ideal client would want to perceive you. I know for me, being authentic is really important. And it was funny because I did ask the client that I ended up booking today, I said, you know, what about me over all the other consultants that you looked on via the website? What is it that really attracted you to wanting to interview me? And she said, honestly, you came across very authentic. And that is a very strong value system for me. That is one of my core values, one of my core descriptions, and how I always like to show up, because I know my ideal client is going to appreciate authenticity. So before you meet with your next client, pull together 5 or 6 words that are 5 to 6 value words that are really important to you, and write them down, ingrain them in here, and then ask yourself, does that resonate with my ideal client? By portraying these particular values in the way that I look, in the way that I show up, in the way that I speak, in the way that I interact with them, is that going to make a connection with them so that they want to book me, so that they go from a prospect to a paying client? And that's a brilliant place to be, because not only are we making money, but we're also giving the value to our customers. Because I know we all like to do that as entrepreneurs and as business people. Yes, it's about making an income and making a living, but it's also about providing the value and the service that we offer. So I challenge you, next time you go and meet with your ideal client or that hot lead, think about how you want to be perceived, how you want them to look at you. And I guarantee you, if you can make that connection, you will close more sales, you will make stronger connections with your clients so that they want to work with you. All right, well, this is Tara here with the Style Signature, and it is my son's 8th birthday, so I'm off for the rest of the day to go celebrate with him. All right, stay stylish.